Welcome to Hate to Wait, where two lifelong dieters talk about their current struggles with weight loss. Diets, we've tried them all. We are not doctors. We don't play them on TV or on this podcast. Join our journey because misery loves company.
Hello, Emily.
Hello, John. What a fun morning.
Is it? Is it really?
Yeah. Well, we've had a stomach bug in the family. It hasn't gotten to me yet. Not that I want it, because I've seen what it does and I don't want it. But it's also been keeping me up because I get to clean up all the stuff. And
I remember those days.
Yeah. And the 2-year-old doesn't understand throwing up in a toilet. So it's just.
Now they just go, "Bleh," and then you're like, ugh.
I know. He gives us a little warning at least with like this blood curdling scream of just, "Nah!" And then.
Get the bucket.
Yeah. So I never get the bucket in time. So that's been this week. And it's actually, we'll talk about it later in the show, but it actually affected my weigh-in and I'm not happy about it. But.
Well, this is going to be a very sad show.
Oh, boy.
Because my back has still been killing me. And last Friday, after we got done recording, I slept basically all day. And since that day, I haven't had a really good night's sleep. And last night was no exception. And yesterday was no exception. And as Sam will know, I'm grumpy. I'm a grumpy Gus. And last night, she's like, yeah, you know what? You need some sleep. Why don't you just go to bed? And I tried to sleep last night, and I woke up at like 5 o'clock this morning, and I just came down here and started editing. And I got to fix this because I can't take this. Because the first thing that happens for me is I'm tired, and I want to carb up. I want sugar. I want bread. I want all the things.
Yeah. And we're trying to get away from food as our therapy, really.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, just trying to stay up. Trying to drink coffee, and you're jittery and tired and just, I'm miserable. As they say in the business, I'm miserable. And I don't know what to do. I'm afraid to try to sleep in my bed. I'm a side sleeper, and it seems like being a side sleeper is the worst thing for your back. So I've been sleeping in a chair, a recliner, and I can only sleep for three hours at a time. I don't even think I sleep anymore. I think what happens is I get somewhat horizontal and I lose consciousness for like 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm not happy right now. So you know what though? If I had to go with my situation or your situation, I think I'd pick my situation. Mothers, God bless mothers. And the thing too is I remember back when I was married and our kids were little, and they would go through, one would come home with it and it would go through all of them.
Yeah.
And my ex-wife would be covered in throw up and stuff, and she would never get sick. And I would walk by one of them and then I'm throwing up. So mommies have some kind of immune gene. Hopefully that you have that.
Well, if you guys are hungry before the show, you sure aren't now.
This might help your intermittent fasting.
Yeah, because it's true. It's really true. It's just, you get to the point where you're like, what is even the point of showering? He's just going to throw up on me in 3 hours again anyway. So
I know, it's horrible. So anyhow, so one of the things I did do is I bought a topper for my mattress. So that's coming in Saturday, and hopefully it's like a memory foam gel kind of thing. And hopefully I can sleep on that. And it won't hurt my back anymore, because I really need I need 8 hours or 10 hours or 12 hours of sleep. I need that.
Yeah.
Badly.
And that's the thing for me is even with intermittent fasting, which I love doing, it does affect if my sleep is affected, it does affect the effects. Wow, there's a lot of affect and effect. It affects the effects of intermittent fasting because my body needs that sleep to kind of heal and process everything. And that sleep is during my fasting time, which is the most important part of intermittent fasting. Those 8 hours of eating is it's weird. In intermittent fasting, the 8 hours of eating is like, all right, go ahead, go buck wild, have a blast. But then it's like, okay, as soon as that window closes and then you do the 16 hours of fasting, like this is the important part. Make sure you get enough water, make sure you get enough sleep, make sure you're moving around and stuff. And then, so when one of those is messed up, when the sleep is messed up, I'm like, I don't want to do yoga. I don't want to walk around. I don't want to get all my water. I want food. I want food to give me my hug that I'm used to.
And here's the thing, especially for you. Will life give you a break? Will life give you because they give you like a really good thing. And then it's like, okay, here's your good thing. And now you get this too. Because this week you got a really big announcement.
Yeah, that's true. For those who don't know, my other podcast, The Story Behind, was nominated for a Webby Award for Best Series. I'm super excited about it. I'm not expecting to win because I'm up against studio shows like Serial and Slow Burn, ones that, 19 people work on in a beautiful studio. And then there's my show of like, hey guys, I'm recording in the basement of my house where my kids are throwing up upstairs. But I'm still super excited about the Webbies. And I'm trying to do all the stuff because you're supposed to set up a campaign to get people to vote. And trying to do this yesterday, and meanwhile I'm like, I gotta clean up vomit. I'm sorry. And I'm trying to thank everybody who's like been voting, and it's been really nice. And thank goodness for the podcasting community and the independent podcasting community, because it's like they rallied behind me as soon as I mentioned something. And I texted Nick from Epic Film Guys, and he's just like, I'm on it. And his Twitter campaign was just, he went up, and I love it. I love it so much. So I really appreciate everybody's support. And I'll put the link in the show notes if you want to vote for The Story Behind.
No, not if you want to vote. Please go vote. Every vote. And please share with your friends. Because here's, again, what Emily does and what we do here, it's out of love. We don't make any money. It costs us money. And these other shows are backed by multi-million-dollar corporations, and they took years to make and everything like that. And Emily's on the grind. And I'd be honest with you, I think you deserve it.
Aww.
And I love the thing about, I didn't know this about the awards, is when you get up there, you have a 5-word acceptance speech.
Yeah, you were having fun with that because I asked people, I said, what would your 5-word acceptance speech be? And everyone's been having fun with that. So I'll ask in the group too, what would your 5-word acceptance speech be? Mine would be like, give me carbs now, please.
Yes. So I like the one because Serial is that big pod, because everybody knows about Serial, the podcast. And I would just like it if you got up there and just said, I guess, I'm a serial killer.
I'm a serial killer.
I'm a serial killer. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that would be great. And I think that would be an amazing, I don't even know if you could do that because that would be almost dishing on another podcast.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to. And it's funny because other people have been kind of fighting this battle for me, being like, we're going to wreck Serial. I'm like, I don't want to do that. Just, vote for me if you like my show. Cool. That's all.
Okay. Here's the thing with Serial. Serial got so much publicity when it first came out, and now it's been over for how long? Or it has a second season. No one listened to the second season. It was horrible.
I thought they were doing a third season too.
Are they really? We don't even need we don't need a third season. To be honest with you.
Thanks, Lindsay.
So,
people are voting in the chat. I want to say our chat room and our Facebook group, if you're not in the Hate to Wait discussion group, so supportive. I have so much fun in here. This is probably my favorite group in Facebook.
Absolutely.
Is our Hate to Wait one. Even if I've had a bad day, like I knew I would get on the scale today and it wouldn't be great. As soon as I opened up the Facebook group, I was like, oh, everyone's winning Wednesdays are so great.
Yeah, exactly. And same thing this morning with me when I came down here and I said, well, I hope I don't ruin this show with my grumpy Gusness because I don't want to. I wanted to kind of bring some positive to this. And then again, why do I have to wait till this show to try to figure out why I can't seem to sleep at night? It's just one of those things where, why can't I do this? The other thing is that Dave Jackson put something in the group. about grocery shopping from home using a grocery shop app.
The only person, by the way, that we use his first and last name in the group. Everyone else, we kind of keep to the one name. But Dave Jackson also has a weight loss podcast. So I will link to that in the show notes.
Yeah, the Logical Loss podcast.
Yes.
Exactly. And I don't know why. You just can't say Dave. I can't say Dave.
Dave Jackson. He's one of those people you say the first and last name.
You have to.
Yeah, you do.
So that being said, he said that, people think it's lazy. And I thought to myself, because I've been doing it for years. Because I used to hate to go grocery shopping.
Oh, yeah. He put in the group about grocery shopping online. Right. I don't know if you mentioned that or if I zoned out when you were talking about that.
And again, words. I have a hard time with them. So grocery shopping online, there's two ways of doing it. Like Walmart has this way where, in my area now, Walmart delivers to the house. I haven't done that yet. But like Walmart, you go in and you pick everything out. And they bring it right out and put it in your car and you take it in. Now, okay, that's really, why can't you just go shopping? It would help you walk around. Okay, that's fine. The problem is the temptation. Because you know what I haven't bought?
Easter candy?
Well, I haven't bought Easter candy, but I don't buy ice cream and I don't buy pudding and I don't buy, I just go in and I go, okay, these are all the things that are on my plan. And this is the things I can eat. I put, I actually have a list and I just go in and just check. And boom, it's done and it's scheduled. And then there's a local supermarket around here that they'll actually deliver, bring it right into your kitchen. So it depends on how bad my back is because I got like 9 steps to get up to get everything into the house. So whether I buy online groceries or I have them delivered to the house. But this way, I don't have an issue with buying things that are not like, oh my God, Oreos are on sale, $1 a pack. I might as well stock up on them.
And do you know what else grocery stores do? They play music that slows you down so that you impulse buy more things. I love grocery store music. It's because it's dad rock. It's dad rock. It's yacht rock. It's like, oh my gosh, all these songs from the 80s and 90s that my parents listened to, that I listened to on the radio. Oh my gosh. And then I just sit there in my cart. Next thing I know, I have like 5 boxes of graham crackers and I ate one of them already because I've been in the store for an hour. So,
yeah. The one thing about the Walmart app is it says, okay, this is on sale. And at one time it was like ice cream sandwiches on sale. And I was like, ooh, ice cream sandwiches. And I put them on the list. And when I got there, they put them in the car. And then I looked and I said, oh, look, there's the ice cream sandwiches. I said, I think I'll have one. And I almost ate the whole box before I got home. It was crazy.
Ice cream sandwiches are dangerous for me. Thank God for the paper. If there weren't paper, forget it. I'd just eat the whole thing.
That's true.
And honestly, there have been times where you unpack an ice cream sandwich and some of the paper is on there and you're like, I don't even care.
Yeah, so you just roll it around in your mouth and spit it out like a watermelon seed.
Yeah. Oh, ice cream sandwiches.
See?
They are always moving stuff too. Yeah, you want to go somewhere. Jennifer in the chat said they're always moving stuff. You want to get something and you're like, okay, I know where it is. Oh, it's not there anymore. Oh, but this looks interesting too. And then you forget the original thing that you went to get because you're all excited about this new thing they moved.
Right. And that says a tapioca pudding, John? Yeah, exactly. I haven't had that and I can't even remember how long it is.
Probably a year.
Yeah. So for me, if I was going to go grocery shopping, it takes me an hour to go there, go around, do all that stuff, then buy it, bring it back here and put it away. Where it's delivered, it cost me $15. They go, they shop for it, they put it in a bag, they drive it to my house and put it in my kitchen for $15. I mean, you can't beat that, to be quite honest with you.
So wait, it costs $15 on top of the groceries that you're already buying?
Yes.
Okay.
So, I mean, I would spend in gas and the amount of time and all that. To be honest with you, for $15, it sounds like a bad gig.
And the extra crap that you'd end up buying anyway.
Absolutely.
That you don't want, that aren't on your list. And you'd be like, oh, well, it's only $5. And then there are 3 of those things. And boom, there's your $15.
Yeah. Now, the delivery thing, the only problem with that is it's almost like cable. They say, okay, we'll be at your house between... They give you a 3-hour window. So you have to be at the house for those 3 hours. Now, if you had somewhere to go and you wanted them to come there early, they don't come till the last minute. But if you're like late and you need to get a shower before they get there, they're there right on time. So it's one of those things. But honestly, I think if you have an issue, I don't know, impulse buying and stuff like that, it might be something to try. And Walmart, it's free. So if you go online and they do the shopping and you pull up and they put it in your car, it's free. It doesn't cost you a penny extra.
Yeah, it's weird. We get so many things delivered to our house and we haven't done groceries yet because it's weird. We like grocery shopping together. It stresses us out because we have to bring the kid. We have to make sure that like he's changed and not tired and that he has something to snack on. Like we've gone into the store and gone straight for the goldfish aisle because we realize, oh man, and we just need something. And he's just sitting there with the goldfish the whole time.
Every
And
time you see a toddler in the seat, there's always an open box of cookies or something next to him
yep.
to keep him quiet.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. So I like the idea of the online grocery shopping. Ever since I started it, I can't go back. The only time I'll go is if sometimes like I'm out of rotisserie chickens and I'm like, okay, let me go get a couple of them.
Oh, Stephanie in the chat room says if you leave instructions, you can have them call you 15 minutes before they come.
Oh, I never thought about doing that. But you're still out. You almost have to hang. You're still kind of stuck here, even if they give you 15 minutes.
Where are you going to go, John? You're editing all the time.
No, I know. Well, I'm saying it not for me, but for somebody who's on the go.
Yeah,
Somebody on the
that's
go.
true.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
That's true.
I hear the knock and I just go up and it's, they come in and drop the groceries in.
I think my new favorite thing, and I talked about this last week, I think, was the drive-through smoothie place I have. I'm so in love with these smoothies and the fact that it's drive-through, which means I can go on my nap drives. And when I say nap drives, I mean my son naps in the back seat while I drive him around. It's not I go for a nap. I nap while I drive, but he loves that. I love driving around Connecticut and looking at all the things. I don't know. All of a sudden, 36 years it took me to really appreciate my state. And now I'm like, it's so beautiful here.
I'm jealous. I searched for that smoothie because I said, "Ooh, drive-through smoothie." I'm all over that. And we have two here. Neither one are drive-through.
Oh, see, I just searched in Google drive-through smoothie place because I got to the point I miss drive-through. It's really weird. I haven't really gotten drive-through a lot since I've just gotten sick of the food in drive-through. But I missed the convenience of having that food, and especially during the nap drives, which is around lunchtime. And I'm like, I can't get out of the car because, all right, here's the thing with being a parent nowadays. We're always afraid that someone's going to call DCF on us, no matter what we do. So I go and leave the car to pump gas. I'm right next to the car, and I still feel this guilt inside of me, like, I'm not in the car and my kid is in the car. Or, my mom used to drive to the gas station, leave me in the car with the car running, run in and get whatever she needed. No, we can't do that anymore. I'm always so afraid. So anything that's drive-through, I'm all over. So this drive-through smoothie place, and all I did was I just Googled drive-through smoothie place near me, and it said that this place had a drive-through. So
I have a story. When I was a kid, way back in the 60s, let's see, 66, I think it was, my sister was still in a car seat. That's how young I was. I was like 2 or maybe 3 years old. My mom went to the store, so she pulls up. She says, "Stay here with your sister." She goes in the store. Guy comes out reading the paper. He goes to get in the car. He gets in the wrong car. So he gets in the car that I'm in. He opens up and he sits down, and I look and I go, "Stranger!" I get past him. I get out of the car. I go running up to the door. And I'm too small to pull the door open. That's how little I was. I was trying to reach up and pull the door open. I'm bang, bang, bang on the door. And my mom looks over and she sees me and she opens up the door and she goes, "What?" I go, "Stranger." And meanwhile, the guy's coming up behind me, right, to tell my mom that, "No, I'm sorry, I got in the wrong car." And he's like, "Ma'am, I'm so sorry. I was reading the paper. I got in the wrong car." And I'm like, "He's lying. He's lying." So I come in there.
See, you're the reason I can't go do that with my kids anymore.
Right. And then
forever.
So then what happened was I was so scared that when I ran up, I peed my pants. Right.
God.
And my mom and I was in big boy underwear at the time. This is how vivid. And this has to be 55 years ago. So I get up there and I go, and my mom goes, "It's okay, it's okay." And I go, "I even peed my pants." And every time I drive by the store, it's not even a store now, it's an apartment building now. Every time I drive by there, I still remember that like it was yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so you can't leave your kids in the car. It's a bad thing to do.
No, you shouldn't. And my mom used to do it with me and tell me to watch the car. And I'd be like, "I'm 5. What do you want me to do?"
What am I going to do? If this car decides to do anything, I am helpless. I'm going along for the ride.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yes. Can't do that anymore.
No.
All right. Are we ready for Winning Wednesdays?
I think we are.
Winning Wednesday, Winning Wednesday, Winning Wednesday, Winning Wednesday, Winning Wednesday.
All right. So we have 10 comments this week, 10 Winning Wednesdays. Ingrid said, did my first outdoor mile of the season. Felt good because I spent the winter indoors biking. Yay!
Lindsay says, lost 10 pounds in the past month.
Wow. Yay. And Lindsay is new in our group because she has a little hand waving.
That's true. Yes.
So
Welcome.
Great job, Lindsay. Welcome. Julie said, I won the biggest loser at work. Yay! I lost 22 pounds and 12% of my weight. Yay, that's exciting. Let us know what you're going to buy. Because usually there's money involved, and it's usually like money that you weren't expecting.
Yeah, I want to know how much you won.
Yeah.
You left out.
That's exciting.
Yeah, you left out some details there. We need all the deets.
We want to know.
Julianne said, almost up to 10,000 steps today.
And she was the one with the knee surgery, right? So
Yes,
that's
she was.
big.
Yeah, so that's good.
I always know because you always weirdly read Julianne's, and I'm like, oh, I never get to read Julianne's. No matter how it works.
Luck of the draw.
I know. Victoria said, I found out today that I have lost 2 pounds less than my little granddaughter weighs. Puts things into perspective. Oh.
There you go. Brooklyn says, I got back on my MyFitnessPal train. I almost lost 100 pounds tracking steadily after my last pregnancy, and I know it's going to keep me accountable again on these sneaky, creepy pounds that pile on during the stressful 2018. I feel motivated.
Wow.
Hey, Brooklyn, I'm on there. What is my... I'll have to put it in... I can't remember my MyFitnessPal name, but I'm in there.
Yeah, send me the link because I'll put that in the show notes so you
Yeah.
guys can find John on MyFitnessPal.
I think I'm Hate the Weight John.
Are you? That'd be fun.
Yeah, I think I'm Hate the Weight John on there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Robert said he went to the gym 3 times this week and he's down 6 pounds. Wow.
Women hate men for that. Women...
You guys just think about losing weight and all of a sudden, it'll be my husband one night. He'll be like, oh man, I need to lose weight. I need to lose like 5 pounds. He'll wake up the next morning, boom, 5 pounds are gone.
I wish. Why is it? I don't know why I can't do that anymore. Well, okay. Elaine says I took the stairs 3 flights by choice.
Ooh. Brendan said I walked about 42 kilometers, 26 miles during the last week, and he saw some amazing sunrises as a result. Oh, I love that. I love sunrises and sunsets so much.
I'm a sunset guy. I don't want to be up early enough to see a sunrise.
I would love to have one of those nights like in college where I could just stay up all night, watch the sunrise, and then sleep the whole next day, but that's not possible anymore. I miss that.
That's true. The kids will do that to you.
Yeah.
And Shane says, gain this week, but the scale says I'm down in percentage of body fat. Not sure how much I can trust that, though. And he also ran his first ever half marathon, did 11 miles without walking. Huge change from last July when I couldn't run for more than 11 steps.
Shane, that is so awesome. Congratulations, Shane. That's so great.
Yeah. And I saw he had some pictures in there where he was running. So it's fantastic. And it gives me hope that, that can happen. Like when I get up from here and I say, oh my God, I got to get up those steps. And when I get up the steps and I, finally get everything and then kind of sit down in the chair at the end of the night, I'm exhausted. And I just walked up steps. Shane just ran 11 miles.
Yeah.
So that is amazing.
Shane, I would love to know, actually, did you want to run a marathon ever in your life before all this change that you've been going through now? Because I feel like that's one of those things where I'm just like, oh man, I don't ever want to run a marathon, even if I'm fit enough to do it, because it's just a lot of time running. But I want to know the psychology behind the people who would never want to run a marathon, and then you hear a year or 2 later and they run one. And I think it's so cool. And I'm like, what is that brain shift? What does that feel like?
Shane's in the chat. He says, if I can do it where I was before, I have no doubt that you can do it as well, John. Yeah. Now, Shane, since he's in the chat, I'm going to ask this question. Did you have weight loss surgery? I don't know. I mean, I know it's possible to lose that much weight, but it takes a lot more conviction that I seem to have right now. Where was I? I was listening to a podcast the other day. It's just one of the podcasts that I know. And they were talking about me because I'm on the Hate the Weight, or not the Hate the Weight show, my Unbelievably Stupid podcast. And they started talking. They said, yeah, he's going through weight surgery. Why is he doing the surgery? Has he tried everything else? And they're talking about me. And I'm like, it's weird sitting there listening to two people talk about you, especially about your weight and everything on another podcast. And I feel like saying, I'm 57 years old. I think I've tried everything. There's not too many things I have not tried. Nothing seems to stick.
Shane said he did not want to do a marathon, but after doing his first race, it's so addicting. I really want to get behind that. I'm bad at running. He did not have surgery. He thought about it, but decided against it. So that's all Shane.
Yeah, congratulations. That is amazing.
It's amazing. Yeah. That's what I want. Like, I'm not a good runner. And my husband, actually, everybody who's ever seen me run has made fun of my running. Apparently, I don't know how to run, which I thought that's a natural thing. Like, I want to move fast. This is my body moving fast. And my husband's like, you do not know how to run, because I flap my hands, I guess. And he laughs at me.
Where's the Seinfeld where the girl runs without moving her arms?
Well, then there's the Friends episode where Phoebe runs and she
does that. Yeah, it does the whole with the arms thing.
Yeah.
I would think that is something like anything else that you could practice doing, running form. You could practice. Shane has a link to the program. Yeah, throw the link in. I'll put the link in the show notes for this. So anybody listening to this, set a reminder to check the show notes when you're not driving, and then you can click on that link, and maybe we'll be running marathons next year. I can guarantee you I will not be running a marathon. I really have no interest in running. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not poo-pooing it. It's just, to me, it seems like it's very, very boring. Although now that there's podcasts, maybe I would just throw some headphones on and try it and see what happens. I'm listening to a podcast anyhow. It doesn't matter. So
I know I'm driving enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we'll put that link in the show notes. Shane will send us the link or put it in the chat when he gets a chance. And John, I feel like we have to do the inevitable now.
Let's go! Ladies and gentlemen, now is the time for the moment you have all been waiting for. It's time for the weigh-in.
I really feel, since this is episode 48 and it's an even number and I get to go first, I really feel like we were doing so well, and we were like, oh,
I know
we're doing so well. And then this week I've carved up and everything, and I'm up 3 pounds. I got on the scale this morning, and that's what made me come down here, was because I got on the scale this morning and I was so aggravated. I knew I wasn't going to be able to go back to sleep again. And I said, well, and then I went back and I started looking at what I was eating, and I was like, yeah, you know what? You kind of carved up this week. So.
Do you still have to keep track of what you're eating for your doctor?
Yes.
And you're going on the 8th. You're going in 4 days, right? Back to them?
Yes.
So for those who don't know, John's going to do the weight loss surgery, and he is keeping track of his food right now so that they can look at his diet.
Yeah, they're going to look at this thing and they're going to, you shouldn't, everything in here is fast food. Yes, I know. You know how I know? I put it in there. That's how I know.
Oh.
Well, are you even trying? Well, I guess I'm not trying. I don't know.
It's also really hard with your back.
I'm telling you, it was super, super hard.
Yeah.
For me.
I don't think I'd be able to. Honestly, I would rather be in my position with the vomit than the back.
Yeah. I would rather clean up kid vomit than have to feel, than being like this. You're right.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm miserable to be around, to be quite honest with you.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm up a pound this week because of lack of sleep. I think that's what it is. I hope that's what it is. Yesterday, last night, I got 6 hours of sleep, which on a normal day would be fine. But because we've been so sleep deprived, it was like those 6 hours were catching up. And then I didn't actually get sleep for today. So, oh, well.
And if you come into the Facebook, if you're in the group, if you're listening to this as a podcast and you come into the group and you actually look at us, we look tired right now.
Yeah, we do.
We both look very, very tired.
Yeah, it's so true. And with the Webby thing, too, the other night, I was so excited. I need to stop checking my email before I go to bed because I missed that email. And then it was like 11 o'clock. Oh, yeah, the Webbies are announced today. let me go see if that's the thing. And then all of a sudden I'm like, crap, it's 11:45. Oh, I can't sleep now.
No, I mean, that's an amazing accomplishment. And I just so proud of you, the work that you're doing. And did you copy James, your former co-host of the...
No. I let him know, though. He's very supportive. James and I are fine.
Boy, James, thank God you quit that podcast, because now, look, I've been nominated for a Webby.
Oh, it's fine. Who knows? Maybe if we kept doing it, we would have been nominated for a Webby together. I don't think so, but... Well, because that was the podcast I made all the mistakes with.
Well, yeah, but still, again, I still think
fun.
you're doing a great job with this show that you're doing now. I'm proud of this show that we do. I think
this show is fantastic.
Makes a difference, and we'll get back to it. So.
Yeah, it's just 1 week. We're still down 70 pounds altogether, which is our second.
I didn't even give you.
Highest.
Didn't I even give you a chance to tell? Did you even?
Yeah,
announce?
I said I gained a pound.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I must not have been paying attention.
That's fine.
I'm sleep deprived.
I know
Ladies,
we're sleep deprived. It's fine. This is a sleep deprived show.
That's what the title of the show should be: sleep deprivation. To be quite honest with you.
Yeah. And the worst thing is I'm just like, I've been more tired before and I still lost weight. And I'm like, stop it. I've done so well for so many weeks in a row. I was bound to have a plus week one of these weeks, which is fine.
We're very, very good at beating ourselves up when we do bad, and we don't really enjoy the wins as much as we should when we actually have the wins.
That's true, because when we have the wins, we're just like, all right, next week, because last week we said next week we're going to get to 75. We're going to do it. All right,
75. Let's do 75. Then back down to 70.
Back down to 70. All right. So next week, we will have a new weight number. Yay!
Right. And if you're listening to this and want to join the Facebook group, we would love to have you. Just go to hate2wait.com/Facebook. Come on in and join us. We're up over 180 members now. So that's pretty cool.
Doo-doo.
It's worth a do. All right, Emily. I hope everybody gets better. Get some sleep, will you, young lady?
Yeah, you too.
Oh, there's a truck nap in my future today. So, all right, everybody. Take care.
All right. Bye.